Hello everyone, it's Sally. Welcome to my channel. I don't post real regularly, so I'm always thrilled when somebody comes to watch one of my posts. Thank you so much for checking on my channel. Today I have a wonderful little journal for you. This is a little golden book junk journal, and this one is Pussy Willow. This particular book has a lot of wonderful photos in it, pictures in it, illustrations. And I've bound it with a button background, a button stitch. I've put buttons on the spine. What I do is, instead of running the thread, I run it through the signature all right and come out the back of the spine, but instead of just going on down and putting it in and back out and putting it in and having the threads show on the spine, I go out the spine, put the button on, go back through the button and put it down, and then come up where the next button is supposed to be. And then I run it through the button and then I push it back down, same all the way down, so there are no strings in between the buttons. I like how it looks like that. This is the regular back of the book. And so let me show you what I've done to the inside. The clasp is a hairband, like a ponytail band, and a Tim Holtz knob. And the inside has upholstery fabric down the spine. This is the original inside papers. I took the spine off of the little golden book all in one piece so that I could put it on the edge of this first page, because as I've said before, the little golden book foil gold spine, it just says golden book to me, and so I just had to incorporate it. Now also I have put all the pages of the book in here in order. And on every page of the book, I've put one of these little metal clips, metal tags. They're just little, actually vintage metal tags. And so everywhere on the spine, not the spine, but the edge that you see these metal tags, that's a book page. So you can actually just read the book if that's what you want to do by going to those tabs. So this is the first page of the book. Isn't that the precious little kitty? Pussy Willow. And these pictures are just really pretty in this book. Here is a fabric flip with a little fabric collage at the top. Some paper in there, tea-dyed that you can, coffee-dyed that you can write on, journal on. There's plenty of places to journal in this book. There's one, another, just some collage on the edge. Here I've put a vintage picture of a little girl and her brother, and it has a place to journal on the back if you'd like, or write on the back, or you can put your own picture or whatever you want in this little clear acetate tuck spot. I put this darling little kitty and a little place to write on the back if you want. I've sewn a lot also in this book. There's a puffy little owl sticker right here and another one on this side. Here's a tuck spot that's just it's like a fabric piece, but I put it on cardstock so I could tuck behind it. And then behind this piece is a little card that you open and you can journal there. The background of this page is my brayered ink, where I put rubber stamp ink. I use kaleidoscope pads because they have the rainbow strips on them, and I load my roller, and then I spray the roller with water all the way around and make it goopy, and so that makes it really watercolor. It gives it a watercolor look, and I like that look. Here is a tab that's made from a cleaner's tag, and then these little tabs are made with Avery labels, for address labels that you put in your computer. So I just used the Avery sheet. I coffee dyed the whole thing. I stamped randomly all over the whole thing with black ink, and then I can peel them off and use them as tabs. There's all sorts of different kinds of paper in this book. Here's the next page of the book. There's a little metal tab there. Isn't that darling? I just think these colors are so pretty. And here's a little pocket that has an envelope in it, and inside the envelope, oh, I'm going to have to try to find out who I got this paper from, because I got it online. It was a digital kit, and I'll have to put that in the information below the video. I'll do that, because it was a really fun thing to do, to use the digital kit to make an envelope and then put it in the pocket here. Okay. There's a little washi tape edge on here and an eyelet with a little bird piece. Oh, you guys are going to have to just excuse my thumbnail. I wasn't willing to cut everything off just because I broke my thumbnail down to the quick. Although it's not going to take long for somebody else to break, and when that happens, I have to cut them all down. Oh, look, and I meant to take my jewelry off. How distracting. So sorry. Let me get all that junk out. It'll also help me to get it out of the way. Thank you. Okay, now I think I'm ready. This is a scrapbook page that I put postage stamps and cancels on. This is a little pocket from K & Company, and this is a journaling tag with some sorry silk ribbon on it. This is all sewn in and with yarn up the side. I put up the side of this. And this is another pocket with a picture from a Dick and Jane reader from, well, it's vintage for sure. In fact, it was the reader that I had when I was in school, in first grade. And this is another K & Company journaling card. This is Tim Holtz tissue paper on the back of scrapbook paper, this scrapbook paper. Upholstery fabric. Isn't that pretty? And I put a little tag on the back, a little 3D. It's birds. I don't know if you can see that. Birds. I hope that focused. And then more coffee dyed paper with a sticker. Some this has a name on it because this was paper that was done in a swap that I had of decorative papers. So we just made papers for each other and swapped them out. And then this is coffee dyed tissue paper, not tissue, tracing paper, and coffee dyed paper. And here's another one of those brayered ink pieces. I think it makes such pretty paper. And then I have a little transparent pocket here, and I've put this little tag with a rabbit on it, and there's a place to journal on the back. Here's a little rubber stamp. No, I think that's a rub-on kitty cat. And then I have this corner pocket with a little tag pocket, and I have a playing card inside that has some famous paintings on them. This paper is from Where the Wild Things Are. Love that book. I've put different children's books, little pieces of them in here. And then this is just a note card that I got in some pack of journaling cards. And then this pocket that says keep closed actually flips up. Note to self. So you can put a little secret in there if you like. And here's another one of those wonderful pages from the book with the beautiful illustrations. This is scrapbook paper, and I have put this little trim of fabric ruffle on the edge with an eyelet and a little piece of jewelry on here, these little chains. And this is the back of it. This is an envelope. Sometimes you gotta just play jacks. And this is the decorated flap here, and inside is a journal card of Puss in Boots. I think he's so cute. Get in there, Puss in Boots. Then this pocket has a little bird. That was scrapbook paper, and I have put 2 cards in here of little girls with their kittens and places to write on the back. This is a rubber stamp. This is Franken paper that I learned to do from a tutorial on Nick the Booksmith's YouTube channel. This is the back of my page, and I think the back looks awesome. And this is the front, and I've used it for the center. You can see that my sewing is not even, even all the way down. In other words, this is smaller than this stitch slightly, and this one is even longer, and this one is back to small. And that's because these are the places that I wanted the buttons on this signature. So that's what happens. But I don't mind that. I think that's great. And this is a little fabric butterfly on this page that can flap its wings. Now here you see it takes all the running you can do to keep in the same place. That's from Alice in Wonderland. And then I have on this side just a place to journal important details. Here's Puss in Boots again. A little journaling card that I've made and sewn around it in a little scrapbook pocket, scrapbook paper. There's the flap on the other side of the envelope, and this card has a little boy and his kitty cat. One has some little cheesecloth in it and some other kind of something on the background there that's green. And he goes right in there. Oh, I don't know if I showed you. Oh, at the back of it is like a postcard that you can journal on. Okay. Oops. Let's not put him in upside down. How about it? Okay, and then that's the back of the envelope with a rubber stamp. And here is a little pocket with a lace trim. And this is an embossed envelope. And inside is just a little journaling card I made with the kitty cats. I think they're so awesome. That came from a magazine that I have. That's an art magazine. And postage stamps. And I sewed around it. So I like that journaling card particularly. And he goes right in that pocket. And that's the back of the scrapbook paper. And here is another darling page of the book. I just think they're so awesome. I just love the pictures in this book. And here's some dragonflies, etc. This is yummy brayered paper that I make with it's not tempera. No, it's acrylic ink. Different colors of acrylic ink, all brayered around, and then splashed with inclusions of bling. This one looks like it has mostly glitter, but it also has some tiny holeless beads and some little pieces that are bigger, like kind of like holeless sequins, but tiny. And then I spray it with webbing spray and let it dry. This is a piece that I tore off and put on this page, coffee dyed page. Rubber stamp. No, I think that's a rubbing. And this is more of the inked paper with a little rusted safety pin on the edge of this coffee dyed lace and some bling on the side. And on the back is a little cartoon that I found. I just listened in on an important broadcast detailing kittens losing their mittens. Kittens losing their mittens? Oh, no. And here's coffee dyed paper. Love that. This is, this is tracing paper, but it seems like it has some kind of, this might have been a deli paper, I think it was. And this is a rub-on it because it's shiny on this side, not on this side. It's coffee dyed also. And this is the other end of that paper that I got in the swap. I think that's so cute. And then here we have a little pocket with the 3 little kittens who lost their mittens. And the pocket is actually a flip out that has brayered ink and a tab and a postage stamp, the corner of an envelope, and a cancel. And this is washi tape here, and this is picture from the Dick and Jane reader. Here is a coffee dyed. And then I used this piece of doily paper, it's a paper doily, to put over here and so that I could use it as a stencil on the coffee dyed paper. And this is on the back of the upholstery fabric. Here we have a little pocket with a paper lace trim, and this is a page from a swap that I did. I made this page, and I made a jillion of them, and sent them off to be included in a little fat book. We called them 4x4 books, where we got a page from every person. And so we had these, a lot of people participated. We had these really fat books. This page was left over, and so I just put thread on the edge of it, and a little child will lead them. And I put a crown on him, and he looks like the shepherd. Then on the back is the way I do inkjet water transfers, because this is actually a transfer. It is not glued on, it's transferred on. Scrapbook paper, there's a rub-on. This is Edith Holden paper that I put on the edge of this page so that it makes a pocket on this side and flips out on this side. And then there's a little sack here that has a William Morris tapestry postcard in it. And on the edge is another place to tuck in. And these are just little deer and a place to journal. Little tab. This on the front, this and this are rub-ons. Oh, and let's see, this is washi tape. And so that must be washi tape also. And here's some little kitties. And a little girl with her kitten and another kitty. I love him. On the back, places to journal, of course. I'd like to tuck his tongue in so he'll be a surprise when you pull him out. Isn't this a gorgeous page from the book? Has a fly and, oh, berries and fly. Oh, it's just, I love it. And this is the back of that page. And here's a little tab that can be used to tuck something under. I just put it on for the heck of it. And this is writing paper, for children's writing paper practice. And a rubber stamp on coffee dyed paper. And here's some more of that brayered ink paper and a pocket of scrapbook paper with a picture of the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland is my favorite book at this age. And this is a rub-on with some little bling on it. This is another little card, little playing card with butterflies. And washi tape down the inside, washi tape on the outside. And that just tucks right down in there. Here is a little surprise for you. Open up this little string piece, open up the flaps, and there's a cabinet card. And if, let's see, yeah, there's a place you could write on the back of it if you so chose. Or you can put a different picture in there if you'd like. I'll tie that back later. This is a coffee dyed paper with a little tab, and I've put a little bird, little 3D bird sticker on it. Here is a sack that I dyed with distress ink on scrapbook paper, and this is just a little tag from a, I think this was a card deck, and I love that picture. So that's just for fun. Another page from the scrapbook paper. Washi tape down the end of this. This is another page from the book. And then the inside of the book made a butterfly. I mean, between the two signatures, in the book it was like a butterfly. So I just put some bling down the center to be the body of the butterfly. So those are big jewels and some trim that I got from K & Company. Thought that was really cool. Isn't that pretty? And this, and then I put some yummy brayered paper. This is black and white with gray brayered paper with silver webbing spray. I used lace on the edge and a little bit of white lace on this edge with a tab out of the same paper and a tab out of different brayered paper. And on the back here is another comic strip. Recently, a cat played a fiddle to commemorate a cow scaling the moon. Oh, of all the ridiculous. It's right here in print, Elvis. This is just more cow propaganda. On this page, we have a scrapbook paper, and then I put a see-through specimen. I'm trying to think of the word specimen. You know, I get video amnesia, and I can't think of my words. I can't remember what to say. So I couched that inside this little piece of scrapbook paper, or no, I think it was cardstock of some kind. And that's a Texas bluebonnet, just a little specimen of bluebonnet, which is the Texas state flower. In these pockets, I've told you before, I think, that I like to put things in photo corners when I want to take it out. And this one I wanted to be able to take out. And inside is the cat and the fiddle. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such a sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon. And that's what this cartoon was about. So, surprise. I placed, oh no, there it is on the back. So you won't forget it. My mother was sure to teach us all the nursery rhymes when we were little, and my mother came from an English family, and that was a big thing. So we learned all sorts of games and nursery rhymes from Mother and Granddaddy. Here's just a pocket with a beautiful painting, postcard by Marguerite Girard from the National Museum of Women in the Arts. This is a fabric doily with fabric lace down the side. Two kinds, one on this page and one on this page. 2 rows of this is on this page, this lace. And then I put a little dragonfly pin. Can you see that dragonfly pin? Let me see if you can. Okay. This is a transparent pocket with skeleton leaves in it. Book from a page from the book. Coffee dyed paper. Here's a little piece from, these are 2 cards from Alice in Wonderland. They're postcards, and you can write on the back if you like. Tucked in this pretty lace pocket. Coffee dyed paper. Here's a little piece of, I think this is an envelope tucked over here with a little bitty squirrel, little puff squirrel on there. And this is embossed paper, all right, and then painted. And it's really grungy looking. I like that. Then on the inside, I've just put some stickers from the Mary Cassatt's paintings, the family and the letter. So you can, these peel off, they're stickers. So you can use them if you like. And I just, why is it not going down? What's the problem here? Well, I guess I'm going to have to work on that later. I don't know why that won't close. I'll put that back on later. Let me put it here so I'll remember where it goes. And then here's another little envelope I made and tucked on this side from a large Peanuts book. And I just left, I didn't glue it down as an envelope, but I put these little clips on the sides so that you could open it up, because I love this little picture of Snoopy and his doghouse. Love that. So that's how I decided to do that. And you can put something in there, tuck something in there if you like. So put that back on there. This is graph paper that you can certainly journal on. And then yummy brayered paper pocket with 2 tags, which I've left open to journal on this one. And this one has a little birdie. I think that's a napkin on decorated tag. I think I did gesso on this first and then the color, and that makes it really textured. Same on the back. So there's that. This is scrapbook paper pocket with a little pink trim, cotton lace trim, and just a little postcard, Angels by Strudwick on this one. Place to journal, place to journal. I'm gonna come clean with you right now. I made some kind of mistake. Either I cut the page, or I got some ink on it, or I did something, so I decorated it to cover it up, and I really like it. I may decorate other pages like that, even though they don't have mistakes on them. Oh, I see. Maybe I was trying to cover up, yeah, I was trying to cover up the sewing that I did and messed up. I covered it on this side. I didn't cover it on this side. I don't mind. This is washi tape, a page from a children's songbook. A little eyelet on this with a little pearl hanging on a chain. This is another little envelope place that I tucked in. Whoops, a little kitty cat, a little kitten playing the violin. It's a playing card, a children's game playing card. And this paper is, that I made the envelope from, is Edith Holden, from an Edith Holden book. Sally put it on right side up and you'll get it in. Oh, coffee dyed paper. This is a paper napkin. Just got these colors on it by sopping up things on my desk when I was working. And so I just turned it up and flipped the flap back and put some eyelets in. Put this little, oh, the trim's coming off. No! I'm going to have to use some Fabri-Tac and put that back on. And this is Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water, and Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. And there they are. So I'm going to fix that. And Woody Woodpecker, just because the book talks about, and the woodpecker pecked at a tree, so I put Woody Woodpecker in there, which was the woodpecker we all knew as children, right? This is like, I don't even know what this was, but this is a map, but it's shiny. It's like wax paper, and I sewed it in with this stuff that looks like crepe paper, but it isn't. It's a little sturdier than crepe paper. Don't ask me where I got that. I just found it in my stash. And then on the back, I put some more collage with sari ribbon and napkin, and sewed that in. Here's the Cat and the Fiddle again, a smaller one with place to write on the back. This is just a tag from a clothing tag with a place to journal on the back. This is, you know, a library pocket that I folded down and put napkin on it. Fold the little tag back. I like folding the tags back, I guess. And then it just has a little journaling card in it that I got from some set or something. And the way I did this was I cut this postage stamp looking hole in the pocket and then put this glued the picture on the back. Writing paper, Franken paper. The center is Franken paper. You can certainly journal all over this if you like. More on the back. This is a little, I thought that was a pocket, but it's not. It's just part of the Franken paper, and it is an old prescription. More of the writing paper. Here's just a little kitty cat place to journal with lace on the edge. This has just got an edge decorated. Page from the book. This is the other end of that paper towel. The little vintage picture of a girl with her cat. And then on this side is the same kind of flap I did before with this little metal piece on it. And then some journaling cards with a little kitty cat. Autobiographical in nature. And washi tape on the edge of that. Graph paper. There's some more songbook with washi tape. This is a belly band with corrugated cardboard with a dictionary definition of wonder, and you open this up and here's this beautiful little stately looking cat. It makes a little journaling card or book, little booklet that you can write on. Oh, I like his eyes to show. Another belly band made from an envelope, and this one has a long tag. I love my cat. I drew that on there. And it's got a place to journal on the back. Inside the envelope, I don't know if there's anything in here or not. Yeah, there is. This is an old Good Housekeeping magazine cover. Of course, it shrunk down in size. And a little rubber stamp. Place to journal on the back. So, there you have it. It's a vintage Good Housekeeping illustration. Come on. Okay. In this pocket, here's a little stamp, and sticker. Hello, and what is this? I don't know what that is. And this is a little booklet tucked in. It's a card that I made from scrapbooking paper. I put stamps on the back and cancels. And I wrote by Nick Bantock because this was written in this photograph, this painting done by Nick Bantock in his book, Averse to Beasts. Thick soup. My cat's dim, he's got no brain. His eyes are glazed and he's quite insane. His marbles are lost and he's very slow. Sad old sod, he'll have to go. His lights are on, but no one's there. Cruel, isn't it? Don't seem fair. See, here's the rub. The real groaner. He's brighter than his bloody owner. I love that. So I've put a little pocket here with a little scene with the kitty cat playing with yarn. And a place to journal on the back. That's for the side pocket. And then there is on this side a pocket. Oh, come on, baby. Open, 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 open. It's just a huge playing card, and on the back I sewed on. Of course, it's happening inside your head, Harry Potter. But why on earth should that mean that it's not real? That was in the Deathly Hallows by J.K. Rowling. I guess this must be a little tight because I got the glue on too much. But it does go in there. Hallelujah, brother. And this does go in here too. All the way down. Come on. I'm going to have to try to ream that out a little bit. Okay. Washi tape and a little Hello Kitten tab. Hello Kitty, not Hello Kitten. Washi tape. Here's a fabric pocket with little kitty cats. I think there's kitty cats on here somewhere. Is it on his table? Yeah. He has a little kitty cat sitting on his table. Oh, well. And here is a vintage picture of kitty cats looking at a bird. I've sewn around the edge. It's always the small pieces that make the big picture. And here is a transparent, sort of translucent paper, pearlized sort of, with a postcard in where you can journal on the back. It's just a little, darling little postcard I liked. Coffee dyed paper with a little sticker on it. Book page. Here is another, I believe this was another swap, and the name is on the other side of it, on the other end, and back here in the signature. And I just sewed on these pieces of fabric for a little fabric collage on the edge. And the lace sticks out for the other side. Here is a little pocket made from scrapbook paper. Actually, no, this was made from a card, a little box of cards I had for notes, writing notes. And on the back is a little tuck spot with a journaling card. And then inside the front is a place to journal, a little tab, and just some scrapbook paper. So just another little place to journal. I like to put lots of little places to journal. And then here is another library pocket with Dr. Seuss's Cat in the Hat picture. This is gesso on the back of this Yummy Braillard paper. I put gesso and a little bit of color, watercolor probably. And this is lace. It's in between the page there. Book page, the last book page. And then on the back of the cover, inside here, I have this little booklet that I learned to make from Wendy's Journal Adventures. She did a little tutorial. Thank you, Wendy. And this was my take on it. It has a little key on the end of the string. This is a little booklet that you can journal in. It's on scrapbook paper. Here's a little K & Company tag that you can journal on. And it just closes right up like that. And then you can put it back on the back cover. And the back cover is the regular little golden book back cover. So there you have it, my dears. Lovely little golden book junk journal. Thank you for hanging in there and watching. This book will be available on my Etsy shop, and I will leave a link to that below the video. Thanks, guys. See you next time. Bye.